Dragons are cool.
What's up, Lego nerds?
Welcome to BadCat Bricks.
What do we got for them today, Kyle?
Well, today we have the Skull Sorcerer's Dragon.
The Skull Sorcerer's Dragon. Yes, we do. This is a sweet design. We like this one, don't we?
Oh yeah, they really made it look a lot like a skeleton.
So this set retails for about $80 and comes with a grand total of how many bricks?
1,016.
1,016 bricks. The set comes with the dragon, 6 minifigures, this game thing with a statue and this sword of deliverance, and some kind of dice thing over there.
It's meant for the game.
This is part of what? The Masters of the Mountain set?
Yes. Buy all the sets and then you play a game with them.
Does this dragon have a name in the show?
The name of the dragon is actually the Grief Bringer.
Grief Bringer, my skeletons, destroy them!
Okay, good insight. Thank you for that. How long is the dragon?
23 inches.
Wingspan.
22.
And about 12 feet. 12 feet?
12 feet.
It's big, 12 inches tall. Now let's get into some of the details. You know, one of the first things that I guess we can talk about is the wings. Now they use some fabric on these instead of doing like the helicopter blades they've done with a lot of the other ones, right?
Which I honestly like this design better. It really makes it look a lot nicer. I think it's a little more realistic.
I mean, it's not like traditional like a Lego type thing, but it looks cool. And they did a nice job with the holes in it here. It kind of looks like it's
torn.
Torn. Kind of, it goes along with the bone theme. They've got these nice points coming out, and kind of goes along with the bones in there. I like it when they use these little points on here. They look pretty good. These rubber pieces. They really dress a lot of designs up, and they did a really good job with that wing. Now, as far as the movement in the wings, you can move them around, forward, back, up and down a little bit. They don't give you full range of motion, but I think that's meant to add a little support.
Yeah, it doesn't have too much range of motion, but it is pretty decent.
Now, moving down the wing to the back, got a lot of detail on the top here.
They used a lot of gray on the top, which maybe it's meant to represent armor.
Kind of got an armor look to go along with the bone. Yeah. Yep. A good color scheme too. Obviously you needed the white with the bone, and they threw in the black, the dark gray, and I like the little green highlights all over. I think that looks pretty good.
I'm pretty sure it's meant to be like acid. In the chest it actually has like a little acid thing.
That ball?
Yeah. It's like meant to be stomach acid.
Does it like throw up acid on its enemies or something?
Well, yeah. Like inside of it has what it ate. See, it ate a spider and some bones.
Right. I mean, most dragons breathe fire, so you're saying this one spits acid instead?
Yeah.
Destroy the us!
Because some lizards do spit acid, right?
Yeah.
And some bugs do. The name of that beetle that shoots hot acid at things?
Boiling caustic liquid explodes out of its abdomen.
Anyway, that's a story for another day. And then they did a really good job with the bone look underneath.
I really like this. They made it look like it's rib cage. How they used like these Technic pieces.
Yeah, it looks like it gives it a real bone look. They did a good job with that. And then the stomach opens up, the ball inside, and it's got some spiders and things like that. And then it's got a little rubber band thing.
Push down on this Technic piece, and then the rib cage, it opens up, as you can see, to have the
we'll get a shot of that
thing fall out.
And then on the top, they used these wing pieces. Those do a good job of looking like the kind of the spinal, the vertebrae kind of going down the back. Now the tail, they did a pretty good job of that.
I do like how they have this little like spike on the end.
Right.
So you can stab people.
That's more of a sword. It's got like a full-on blade. So that's for whipping the tail around and like chopping heads off and stuff.
Yeah.
If that's what you wanted to do with your bone dragon.
I would do. do that.
Well, it seems a bit violent, but okay. Anyway, well, I guess that's why you'd have a sharp sword on the end of the tail. It's to hack up guys as you whip the tail around. So, yep, it's got a deadly tail. And what they did, they used these those little
Hinge pieces?
yeah, it's kind of a hinge piece. You know, we've got a lot of those pieces, and I never know what to use them for, but that's perfect for a tail. Kind of bends around, and it's got a lot of flexibility in it. And yeah, with the sword on there, you can flip the tail around and hack your Lego guys to bits, if that's what you're into.
Sounds like fun.
Right. So the tail, very, very cool. On some of the other dragons, they used kind of a pre-manufactured head. It was all kind of like two pieces. Whereas this one, they designed the head out of Legos, put in a little more detail on it.
Yeah, the jaw can open like pretty wide.
Yeah, there's a lot of movements that you can do on the head too. All these little, they used a lot of these rubberized pieces. The horns and spikes they've got coming out. There's some out the back, over the eyes, you know, kind of spikes coming up towards the snout.
Guess you could call it his ears.
Dragons don't have ears.
Well, then how do they hear?
I don't know. The hole. There's still a hole. There's just no ear. Or something. I don't know. I'm not a herpetologist. I think that's what they're called. Usually weird people. Like all the snake and lizard people. If you're a snake and lizard person, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you, but you're probably weird. Get a normal pet like everybody else.
I mean, my mom is weird and collects seashells. Your dad levels cities and attacks innocent people. So, they've all got their quirks, you know?
Let's talk about articulation in the head.
The head, it does have some pretty good articulation. It has one at the beginning of the neck, like a ball joint. You can move back and forth.
And then it's got one
right
at the head. So there's two points there. You can move it up and down, side to side, turn it. So a lot of articulation in the head. Now they also have these flags up here, kind of twin flags. Now I noticed on the flags as well as on his shirt, I looked up that symbol. It's a Celtic symbol. It's like the circle inside the triangle. It's some kind of knot, they call it.
It's called a triquetra. It represents the number 3, a trinity, sometimes eternity. It shows up everywhere. Here it is on Thor's hammer. Here's a book from the TV show Charmed. Here's a Led Zeppelin poster and a stained glass window in a Catholic church. It's also interesting to note that Lego is using it to depict a villainous character in this circumstance. So anyway, if you guys got any thoughts on it, feel free to leave them in the comment section.
Now getting into the legs. Now the front leg, obviously, you know, they kind of did a bigger kind of front leg here going into its chest. The issue with the leg is you can't, it's static right here.
They don't have a joint or anything. It's just kind of stuck, which doesn't really give you that much articulation, but it does like keep it standing up.
It's sturdy. Now you can move this back and forth. So at the knee and the ankle joint on the feet, those can go in, out. It's got a little bit of side to side on it. The feet are cool too. They've got the.
They have like a battle droid body for the foot.
Yeah, they did. That is the battle droid body that they used on the foot. You're right. Like a lot of the dragons, they use these the rubberized things for the claws, which those always look cool. They got a claw at the back. No, they did a good job with the feet, as opposed to some of the older dragons just have those standard like plastic feet on the ball joint. It's all kind of one thing.
It's like an old Technic piece, I'm pretty sure.
Now, does this have room for a guy anywhere? Does he ride on this dragon?
Yeah.
Or does he just like order it around and have it puke acid on things?
On the box, it does have of him riding there.
So he can just stand. Well, he's got his own wings too, in case he falls off, I guess.
Yeah.
So he doesn't need a saddle.
No.
Does he carry around the skull when he's flying on the dragon?
That's what it showed on
or
the box.
would you put that down? It seems like a lot. You're standing on the back of a dragon holding a skull.
Well, I mean, it makes you look intimidating.
Gotta imagine you'd fall off. I'd put the skull down, personally. Anyway, doesn't matter. Let's get into some of the minifigures. Now, this comes with 6 minifigures, correct?
Yeah.
All right. First up is who?
The Skull Sorcerer.
Skull Sorcerer. And what does he have in his hand there?
That would be the skull of Hazadun. He had some pretty nice printing. He has this strange, like, hat piece with some sort of mask.
What's behind the mask? Is there like a black face?
No, he actually does have a printed face behind the mask. It's,
okay.
I mean, it's kind of ugly. He also has these wings. Each individual wing is there's separate piece. It just uses like this clear piece that you put on his back. Has 2 black clips and they just clip on.
So that's a pretty good looking minifigure. Now, this guy was actually somebody else before this, right?
Yeah. What was his name?
I don't know.
These guys are called the Reawakened. It comes with 2 of them. This actually isn't the normal Lego skeleton piece. They actually use a different body.
Their faces are different.
Yeah, they
so-
have a different skull piece. It makes these guys feel a bit more unique.
And it looks like each of them have a helmet with
Yeah, they
a little
have-
bone thing on the
Yeah,
top
they
of
have
it.
like a Japanese-looking soldier helmet. They have like this little shoulder piece. The only printing they have on there is on their face, which I do like it. Their face is in like bright green, like their eyes, their nose, and
Yeah, I
mouth.
like the black skeleton look too.
Yeah, the black with light green. It's a nice look. Next up, we have Jay, Naya, and Kai in their hero suits.
What is a hero suit?
It's like the regular ninja outfit, except it's a lot more armored.
This is Naya.
Yeah, Naya.
It's a good looking shield that they have there as well. Is that
Yeah.
a dragon face on
Yeah,
there?
it's a nice round shield. Just has a handle where the minifigure can grab it. Has a nice like a face of a dragon on it.
It looks like they have a little more armor along the face of it. It looks
Yeah.
almost more like a metal shield as opposed to kind of a wrap that the ninjas would have.
Yeah, you can see on the printing they have a nice sort of chest plate.
Now in this one, they opted for the spear, it looks like.
Yeah,
got
it's
the,
just a brown lightsaber piece and a lightsaber handle, but then a spear piece on there. I think it looks really nice.
Now the next design we have here is
Kai.
minus the helmet. Looks way better with the helmet, but Kyle lost it.
I didn't lose that helmet. Kai has a different printing on his chest in a nice gold color, as well as the rest of his armor.
And again, it's got that kind of the side armor guard there
All of the shoulder pieces on the figures are the same.
with a clip on the back for another weapon if you choose.
Yeah. This is a very unique looking sword. It has a strange handle.
It's got one of those kind of T-shaped handles instead with
Yeah,
a stud on the top.
It's more of a knife piece that they put on top, which it's an interesting design.
It's got that nice lion print on the shield. The gold and the red looks good. Looks better with a helmet.
Overall, I think it's a nice looking figure.
Yeah. Our last guy here.
Is a J.
Now, I like this one. I like the mace.
Yeah, I like it too. They use some pyramid pieces for the spikes and one of those 1x1 bricks with the studs all around it. It has a nice gold chain and same like T-shaped handle.
The shield printing on that looks like the dragon print.
Yeah, it's the
on other.
same printing that's on Naya's shield, but the armor on the chest is different for all 3 figures.
Yeah, they did a good job with these figures. The hero suits look pretty cool. I like that big face guard. And yeah, they did a really good job. I like that weapon as well. It's a big mace. I have to imagine like swinging that around would be kind of tiring. Finally, what we have here, this is the Choose Your Path game.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it's named.
There's apparently 4 sets that you have to collect to get all of the different game parts. So if you have the Journey to Skull Dungeons, Zane's Mino Creature, and the Skull Sorcerer's Dragon, then you can collect all of the different pieces and play this game. Includes this sword. Now what is this? This is the ivory...
Blade of Deliverance.
The ivory blade of deliverance. You gotta have one of those. And this is a statue of who?
Lily.
Lily. So is this,
Yeah.
as you're playing the game, you choose your path, and if you choose incorrectly, you land on that, and the statue of Lily smashes your face?
Pretty much.
She's Lily, the face-smashing statue. Because you want the sword. That's the object of the game, is
Well,
to
there
get
are
the...
multiple swords in the sets.
So every game piece has a different sword. Is
Yeah.
that the point of the game, maybe?
Yeah, to collect the swords.
Okay. So you're trying to collect the swords, and if you land on the wrong spot, you get smashed in the face by a statue of Lily. Now, in order to play the game, you got to roll this dice thing over here, right?
Yeah, it's not like an average dice at all. It's more like the spinjitzu pieces that come in some sets.
Spinjitzu?
Yeah, it's like jujitsu except you spin.
Are you on a bike like it's a spinjitzu?
No.
Spinjitzu?
No.
That's what it sounds like. Some kind of exercise class. Oh my god. Just got done with my spinjitzu class. All right, spinjitzu is not a form of exercise. Got it. What are these last pieces here?
These pieces are for the game. I'm pretty sure they track your character's health.
It looks like you got 3 lives. These are hearts. kind of like a heart meter type thing.
Yeah.
You know what the cool thing about those is they can kind of double as a little holder for the minifigures.
Yeah, if you want to put the minifigures on display, then you can just put them on there, and it also displays some of the set. Yeah.
So collect all 4, and you can play this game. So Kyle, your ratings on the minifigures. What do you think?
I'd give them a 10 out of 10.
A 10 out of 10?
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty solid. I think they did a good job with them. Yeah, I think they all look good. Now you get 6 of them, which is a pretty good number. What's your rating on the color scheme? I'm giving it a check plus on a scale of 1 to 10.
Check plus?
What are you giving?
I'll give it a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10 on the color scheme. Pretty good. All right, 9 out of 10. Now, as far as durability goes, because we like our designs to stay together, what's your rating? 1 out of 10?
An 8.
An 8 out of 10. All right, it's pretty good. Yeah, I'd probably give it a 7, 8, somewhere around there. It does have a tendency to pull apart a little bit there if you're kind of messing with it. And these pieces, for whatever reason, these
Those like dragon.
those slope pieces, they like to pop off. They
Piece
flex a lot. I don't know what it is with those pieces, but
They
every
fall
single
off.
design we have, they like to pop off here and there. But other than that, it's a pretty solid design. It stays together well. What do you give it as far as the Lego design?
I'd give it a 9.
Give it a 9. It's a pretty good score.
Oh yeah, I do really like this design, especially how they did the rib cage over here. It had some cool features, especially like these wings.
So it's a good design. Kyle, stamp of approval. I give it a an A minus on a scale of 1 to 10. Yeah, as far as this dragon goes, they did put more into designing the head, the feet. They did a great job on the wings, all of the bones, the rib cage, giving it that bone look all the way down is really cool. What is your overall rating for this Skull Sorcerer's Dragon set?
Well, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. It's a really nice design. It's a must-have Lego Ninjago Dragon. The minifigures are nice. I like the Reawakened and the Skull Sorcerer. Neat side build. The game idea, it's an interesting idea.
Not necessarily something that goes perfectly with it, but it's got the, some swords and things in it, so it's kind of cool. It's a great looking dragon, looks awesome on a shelf. How's its playability? Pretty good?
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty good. It has a nice spot to grab it if you're want to fly it around. It has some nice play features, like the ability to drop down this acid ball in its stomach.
Yeah, so it's got a lot of cool stuff, cool minifigures, great design. So we would definitely recommend this set. It's a awesome looking set. Like usual, Lego does a great job with all the Ninjago stuff. Their dragons always look pretty good. If you can find one of these, they're a little more pricey than they used to be, but it's a great looking set. All right, guys, thanks again for checking out the video. We hope you like the Lego reviews. We got a lot more of these on the way. Don't forget to head over to BadCatBricks.com. We've got a number of different dragon designs there, full step-by-step instructions, part list. We've got a Bricklink part list. You can upload right to Bricklink, get all the bricks that you need, so go over and check that out. We've got merch over there. We got a Teespring store linked on the bottom to get...
Go check it out. We got sweet merch.
Yeah, a lot of cool stuff on there, so that's at the bottom of our website. Make sure to hit subscribe, and we'll check you guys next time.
See you later.
All right. Let me try that again without puking on myself.